Listen Sunday mornings at 8 to Coasting into Retirement with Gary Marriage of Nature Coast Financial Advisors.
Our firm offers insurance services.
Hey, Matt, I know Sunrise Automotive does auto stuff, but I need some tires for my truck. Can you recommend someone?
Yes, I can. We do that.
No, I mean I need them installed and balanced and all that.
Yep, we do that.
Well, my son needed his windows tinted.
Yep, we do that.
I need my seat replaced.
Yep, we do that too.
I need a new roof line, a new spoiler, and a new trunk.
We can even do that too.
Okay, I get it. I suppose you can also do a radio show too.
Well, as a matter of fact, join me, Matt Gibbs from Sunrise Automotive, every Tuesday at 10 for auto repair with personal care right here on The Source.
Think you know Dex Imaging? Think again. In the office, streamlining communications. In the field, delivering top-notch service, enhancing productivity and reducing downtime. In the data center, a part of the growing digital document revolution. In the world of business, supporting entrepreneurs and helping companies grow. In the forefront of technology, developing cutting-edge document management solutions. So if you think you know Dex Imaging, you don't know Dex.
Now you've done it. Have you lost your mind? He's back. And you're listening again. A legend in his own mind. Don't believe me? Just ask him. Here's Tom Schmitz live on WOCA. The Source.
Welcome back to Ocala Talk. You know, we talk so much about the pandemic and all the things that go on with this pandemic and all. And, you know, you hear phrases like, even before the pandemic, there's not enough hours in the day to get things done. Well, that take on a new meaning during this pandemic. People are getting burned out. They're having to work because they're working from home with their kids there and everything. They're having to do 3 jobs at one time. Employers and employees are learning about burnout, according to a new survey. Remote work blurs the lines between personal hours, working hours. Many employees are considering a new role in what's being called the Great Resignation. Now, you know, there needs to be strategies on how to navigate your home life when work and home are all in the same place. Best-selling author Melinda Emerson, small biz lady known to millions as America's #1 small business expert, joins us. Melinda, the lines are very blurred with this, what's my home life, what's my business life, because they're all at the same place. What's this survey telling us about those blurred lines?
Well, this survey was done by Adobe, and it was very telling. You know, COVID-19 put personal time at a premium, and it's being felt by small business owners and people who work in corporate America. For instance, 3 out of 5 small business leaders say that they feel pressure to be reachable around the clock. And it's even worse for certain small business owners, minorities, women, and owners of businesses that have been running throughout the pandemic feel even more stretched and pressure to contribute to their local communities. And they're experiencing higher levels of employee burnout and turnover. And enterprise workers are also seeing increased work weeks, and the younger generation is not having it. More than half of Generation Z workers say that they plan to pursue a new job in the next year.
You know, I'm a small business owner. I do the radio in the morning, but I also have my own small business. And I routinely receive text messages at 9:30, 10 o'clock at night. Hey, can I contact, because I do business with people that are out of the country. I do people that are on the West Coast. Hey, is it too late to talk to you? Hey, do you got a minute? At 10 o'clock at night on the East Coast, I don't have a minute. I'm in family time now, but this is routinely happening to me. So if this is happening across the board, what do we do to combat that kind of, how do we separate personal from work when it's all in the same place?
Well, it's happening to essential workers in corporate America and small business owners. Like, everybody's having a hard time setting their work-life boundaries. But my suggestion is to set work hours and keep them, and don't respond to work calls after 6 p.m. But you want to make sure, if you work with people in different time zones or out of the country, that you communicate your work hours to them so that you can manage their expectations. But the bottom line is you have to teach your customers and your coworkers how to treat you.
Let's talk about the word burnout. First off, give us a good definition, because everybody probably has different ideas of burnout. Give us a definition of what burnout is in the business world, and then are there some steps we can take to help kind of stop that from happening?
Well, I think the definition of burnout is just when you dread going to work. When you just, the thought of going to work gives you the headache instead of working all day, making you tired. So that's what burnout means to me. In terms of what we need to do about it, is I think we need to listen to our bodies more. I think we all need to drink more water. We need to get more rest. We need to go for a walk. I think sometimes a lot of us are working from home and people are just in front of their computer hours on end. Get up every 50 minutes to an hour, stretch, go for a walk. All of these things are going to help you with your life, not just with your productivity in your business or at your job.
Why is it you think we, as people, have decided that now if we're at work and we're in corporate America and we're sitting at our desk or our cubicle, we'll get up, we'll go to the water cooler, we'll get up, we'll go to the break room to get a snack just to break up the monotony of the day. We'll walk around at times like that at the office. But when you get home, you sit at that computer for 8-9 hours a day thinking you can't have a break or anything. What happened to the mentality that was at work where we could take breaks like that and we don't do it at home? Is there something there that tells us if we're at home we feel like we're cheating our boss if we get up and walk around or something?
I don't think so. I just think we're more comfortable at home. So it's easy to sit in your favorite chair and be on your computer for hours because you are at home. And let's face it, it's not like there's places to go congregate in your house unless you want to go find out, are your kids on Zoom like they're supposed to be for school, right? So I think, things have just gotten tougher for people. But, the problem, I think, is that most employees say a third of their work week is spent on unimportant tasks. Like managing files and contracts and completing forms, and it's getting in the way of them doing their jobs effectively. Employees want digital tools to make them more effective at work. And employers need to respond. For example, Adobe offers free apps and services to turn manual document management into efficient digital workflows, and that can lead to more productivity, faster communications, and less stress, and hopefully more breaks that people take, right?
Yeah, and you talk about stress. You would think with working from home, you'd be stressed a little less, but employees and employers are saying that the stress levels are more. Why is stress more if we're in the comfort of our own home, and what can we do to alleviate that stress?
Well, I don't think it's just about working from home. I think there's a lot of external things that are stressing people. People are still worried about the pandemic. People are still worried about masking and vaccinating and sending their kids to school. I think there's a lot of other stuff going on, and people are trying to maintain their work. People are trying to maintain their home, but it's just, there's just a lot going on in the world, and I think that that's stressing all of us out.
Stress is one of those things that it's a silent killer because you don't know, you don't see it before it's too much on you. So I hope people can get over the stress. Now, coming back into the workplace, because as everybody gets vaccinated, and you're seeing now that say if you're vaccinated, you can come back to work and everything, back to in school. So kids are going back to school. So parents are now going to go back to work. Is there going to be a curve, a stress curve, or a getting used to going back to work curve that's going to impact us as well?
Well, people are worried, stressing about going back to work. People don't want to go back to work. There's studies out here that say, a third of U.S. workers are like, let me work from home permanently. So I think people are upset about what the new rules might be at work or, scared to be around people. I think all of us have become a little bit more paranoid. So I think that, you just have to pay attention to your body. One of the things that really helps me is just yoga and meditation and prayer, frankly. Those are things that I do to level set myself, and hopefully those are things that can help others.
We're talking with Melinda Emerson. She's a small business lady. She's America's #1 small business expert. Melinda, can you tell me where our listeners can go to find out more information of how to deal with and how to prosper through these issues we've talked about?
Absolutely. You can go to adobe.ly/future of time, and that's with a capital F and a capital T.
So it's Adobe. Give that again.
Adobe.ly/future of time. But you got to use the capital F and the capital T because it is case sensitive.
Thank you so much for taking time out with us today to talk about some things that sometimes you don't think are the outliers of what's going on with this pandemic, and this is one of them, and you've shed some light on it. Thanks so much today.
Thank Thank you, Tom, for having me.
Have a great rest of your week.
All right, you too.
You know, that's one of those things people don't talk about is, you know, how much stress people are under working from home. It doesn't sound like you should be under stress working from home, but people are under stress working from home because of all the things that pull against you while you're at home. We're going to take a break. When we come back, we'll wrap up hour number 1 of the show. You're listening to Ocala Talks on 1370 AM, 96.3 FM. This is WOCA, The Source.